Hello and welcome everyone. This is your weekly reading for the last week of May 2022. I quickly want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And now let's see what Spirit has in store for you this week. And hello to you, Sagittarius. Let's start out with the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. The Devil. Okay, so a standalone card, a power card, finally. The Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So a balance right there with your Pentacles, your Swords, and your Cups. So since we have only the one standalone card, the one power card, and we know that the Devil does deal with being able to control yourself, being able to present your best self to the outside world. It also links very closely with our Capricorns. So with the Devil, it represents being able to curb your impulsive nature, being able to control your primal nature, and things that are considered an addictive behavior. So almost like a sense of liberation, because you are at will, being able to do whatever you feel like. You cannot do that. And so this week, the Devil reminds you this week in particular, Sagittarius, that you will be reining yourself in. That idealistic nature and the fact that you are very fond of that free and easy spirit means that maybe this week you're going to be a little bit more down to earth, a little bit more feet planted firmly on the ground. So let's look at challenge, since we're talking about being able to control and curb our urges and what comes to us naturally. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, so in succession. So let's start with your Eight of Swords is speaking to your sense of right timing and being able to trust in that. So along with the Devil, I would say with that, with a sense of right timing, knowing when you have to be on your best behavior, and literally knowing when you need to be on your best behavior, Sagittarius. With the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is speaking to almost a nightmarish situation where you're just expecting bad things to happen. So I'm thinking that this is maybe talking to more behind this week. This week, I think this might be speaking to why the Devil has shown up in your reading this week, because perhaps in the recent past you have not been at your best behavior, and now you are coming to the realization that you do need to watch what you are saying, what you are doing, what you're allowing to happen and not happen, because, well, the Eight of Wands is saying, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is saying that your sense of timing, the sense of right timing, and perhaps you weren't in tune with your sense of right timing. So the Eight and the Nine are saying, watch what you're doing, watch when you do it. That's going to be your challenge. And just because the Nine of Swords is also saying, if you don't manage to do that, if you can't get that balance between your mind and what those bad things that you're constantly expecting, it is going to overtake you. And then you might, one of those things, I'm not going to be successful at this, or I'm not going to be able to stop myself from doing this. So why bother? No, this week, bother, Sagittarius. The Devil is telling you that you need to pay attention, and you need to do these things that the Swords are telling you. You need to pay attention to what it is that you haven't been doing, but you should be doing, and things that curbing your bad behavior, curbing those things that can cause you negative outcomes. Let's look at your action. The Queen of Wands, nurturing queen. The Queen of Wands is speaking to optimism and inspiration, a sense of accomplishment. So in order to have that, you would need to have some good outcomes. So the bad outcomes being expected, and then these outcomes being, knowing that it's against your nature. So the Queen of Wands is saying, pay attention to that. Make sure that you are handling this accordingly and you know what you're doing, where you're going. We have our emotional cards. Let's go ahead and look at those. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Ace of Cups. So definitely in this case, with both of those being in your reading, Sagittarius, I would definitely say that this is the most idealistic sense of love, which means it really appeals to you. Your partner, you are right now, this week, you are so in tune with your sense of love for this person. So, not necessarily saying that you're going to show it outwardly in any particular way, but honestly, I think when you feel that strongly for someone and you do have this wonderful sense of love and adoration, they know. They know. And if they don't know, or if you feel like they don't know, well, then you're going to express it to them. You're going to show them this week. And I think that this person will also be necessary for you to pull yourself in, to rein yourself in. So they're going to be very helpful to you. And that's going to be because of how you feel about each other. This is someone you know definitely has your best interest at heart and cares for you enough and is intimate enough with you to tell you when you're doing something that's detrimental. Like, hey, you know, this stuff you're doing, you need to knock this off. Or did you realize that you just did this and that's something you always do and you keep telling me you want to stop doing it. Stop doing it. So that person is going to help to pull you back in, keep you in check, and get you moving forward the way you need to be. Now, on that note, let's talk about your money. You have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is regarding home and family and usually generational wealth. Usually talking about something along the lines of an inheritance. But I don't see that. I see it more as wise planning for your future. Again, we're talking about behaviors that can cause you strife in all sorts of arenas. So with that Ten of Pentacles, I think that it's saying the planning for your future, your financial future, is very strongly tied into your other cards, to your challenge and to your devil, to your power card, and to the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, and with the Four of Pentacles, that is speaking to being able to protect your resources and being able to feel like you're on the right track financially. So all of these things that you're doing that are kind of out of your nature, because the devil is saying that you're going against your nature. You're curbing in things you know probably are not in your best interest as far as how you behave and how you handle yourself outside of, I would even say outside of people who know you well. So work, casual friends, things like that. People who don't know you well enough to understand when you do these things that they're like, well, why did she just do that? Why did he just do that? So you're being protected, and you're being protective of yourself. You're making sure that you're putting your best face forward. You're putting your best self forward. So the Four of Pentacles is just more of that. It's saying that you do need to make sure that you are on the right track in order to maintain economic stability and to maintain your ability to be financially stable. Just overall, put your best, not performance, but put your best self forward. Make sure that you are presenting yourself in a way that you would be proud of in front of people you do know as well as people that you don't know. So be good, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energies show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.